I'm back. Just to show you, if you can focus, see I have a smaller tipped one. This is the one I'm going to be using. My bigger tipped here won't go on these screws because they're really small. So I'm going to use this smaller screwdriver for right now. So let me get situated again. And let's do this. So we have our screws. There's one. I'll just set that out of the way. There's two. Three. You can see, I hope you can see. There's four. So that's the bottom screws, and they're all the same. There's five. And you don't have to do the ones on the bottom, you just have to do these on the top. Because what I'm going to do eventually is take the this main board loose of these heat sinks and then work on the board here. So that way you can see exactly what I'm doing here. And these screws are all the same. So they're just same machine screwed. So there we go. So that's those screws from the heatsink. So now these are kind of at a weird angle, so I'm going to try to hopefully not having much trouble getting these screws out. There we go. That one's broke loose. I'm going to use a wrench because I can actually get in there, break the nut loose. So there we go. Got them all loose on that side. Do the same thing over here. Now we've got them all loose. Let me just check to make sure that you all can still see that. Yes. So you can see I've got them all. I'll show you they're kind of all loose. And we're going to take these all out on both sides. And as you can see, it's fairly loose now. So these nuts and going through the chips, the ICs here are holding this board on, so I don't want to move it around too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these screws out and kind of keep them together. And if you want, you can have like a little cup or something you can put them in. These have a little washer on the back of them. A little washer like that to keep them from turning. I'm just going to put them together. Okay, now they're all should be loose. You might have to pry these back a little bit, but there's the heatsink come off of that one, and the heatsink just come off of this one. So there's the board without the heatsinks. So we'll move them out of the way here so don't lose them, break them. So now what I'm going to be doing is, if you can see that, like I said, this board is used. So what I'm going to be doing is unsoldering all these connections right here. This is where the ICs are sitting. As you can see, there's 3 legs for each IC. And I'm going to be unsoldering these connections right here with my solder wick. And then I'm going back on the other side, do the same thing on both sides so I can pull these out. Now I only have 15 of these. And I know my port 16 on this board is good, which would be this one. So this IC I'm not going to be replacing, but everything else I'm going to be taking these out and replace them. 16 is the only one that I have is good, and I can only order these in 5 packs. I didn't want to have 4 extra, so this one is staying, and the rest of these are going to be removed.